Let's chat with the Motilal Oswal management. Raamdeo Agrawal joins us now to talk about the earnings. And Raamdeo, good afternoon and congratulations. What a stupendous performance it has been. Tell us a little bit more about, at the group level, which business would you say has contributed maximum to the growth this time?
Yeah, so, as far as the contribution in this quarter's result is concerned, it is the private equity business whose first fund has come for closure, and we have been selling the stocks from that particular fund. You might have seen the public issue of Parag Milk Food. That was basically our stocks which went into the market. Then we were selling Minda Industries. So there are a lot of then there were some private exits also. So about 50-55 crores of this particular quarter came from the carry, the carry profits which the managers they get. That's what was contributed by that. But apart from that, the housing finance company Aspire, that has grown by 4x, almost 390% or something like that. And so that has contributed good amount of money, which was not there last year. It's about 14-15 crores in the current quarter. Then third growth driver was the AMC. Last year actually AMC was making losses about 3-4 crores. This year the same entity has given a profit of about 9-10 crores, isn't it? So that's been a third growth driver. And I think the biggest surprise and pleasant surprise is the established business, that is the broking. There we have started gaining market share. Yield is very stable. It has a lot of expenditure. I mean, immediately after the installation of new government, we had recruited a lot of people and we had taken a lot of cost last year. And actually the operation suffered last year, but this year we are starting off well. June was a very good month, even July is shaping up very well. So I think that business is showing a lot of stability and good trend. So all in all, actually all the four segments has done very well, and we think that we're into good time at this juncture.
And Raamdeo, I have to note that the stock markets as well are rewarding your performance, with your stock at an all-time high right now. I'll come to that in just a second. But Raamdeo, out of the four segments that you just mentioned, what do you think is going to be the biggest contributor in the year to come?
See, biggest number of employees and the core of the company is the broking business. But it's a highly it's a cyclical and unpredictable business, in the sense that how big can you be? Between 2003 and 2007, we grew 100 times in that business. We had only one line of business, institutional equities and broking. So right now we are doing how much we did at the peak of the last time. I mean, this quarter is almost close to what we did in 2007-8 peak. But this is the starting of the, hopefully the next round of good times in the market. So how big can it become? Can it be 5 times? Can it be 10 times? Or can it remain same in bull run? Because if by chance it becomes a very different kind of rally, some kind of a sectoral rally or something like that, and it bypasses the market, that could be a very different thing. But going by our experience of 25-30 years, there is no bull run bypasses a broker. So I think this time also that can be a very large thing. Right now it is about 1/3 of the earnings. It used to be about 75% 2 years back. Today it is 35%. So that can surprise us positively. Then you have the housing finance, which is very predictable business, because there you can do as much business as much you put in terms of capital. So here we are committed to providing all the capital possible. The pace at which we have designed the business model. Right now the traction is very good. We are in affordable segment, 10-11 lakhs of rupees per house, and so we have done about 25,000-27,000 houses, which gives us a book of about 25,000-26,000. So that looks to be a very promising segment of growth, but it's relatively new. It's just about 2 years old, and we are still building our base out there. Third business, which is AMC, where again we have very focused strategy. We don't have debt in our books. I mean, we don't offer debt products. We offer only equity products. Even in equities, we offer very specific type of equity products, and just about 2-3 strategies. We don't have many schemes. So we have only 3 schemes. So So, all of them are doing well. And who can, right now, all of them are about 20-25% each business. But in 2020, I'm quite sure one of them, I wish my broking is the biggest, while others, they try to catch up.
Raamdeo, you booked an exceptional income as profit on sale of investments from the PE business. What is the outlook over here?
Yeah, so what happens is when our fund comes to a closer, I mean, for last 7 years we have been managing the fund, we were getting only fee income. And all the cost was loaded against that fee income. So profits were very minimal. In fact, it might be net loss or something like that. Maybe we must have booked some profit in last 7-8 years. But in private equity business, the main thing one waits for is a carry. So the carry is coming. It's a perfectly operational income, but it doesn't come every year. It comes at the end when you close the fund. Because you have to first return the capital, you have to return the promised hurdle rate, and then on top of it something is left. Of that 20% you get. So this, I mean, what you see 53 crores is part of that particular carry. In next 2-3 quarters, we again expect some more amount of money depending on at what level we are able to exit. And so it will be there. I mean, at least almost same amount or maybe a little more would be there in the second half of the, I mean, rest of the year it will be there. But after that, this line will dry up. But just to complete this discussion, there is a 20 crores of write-off also in this quarter. So against 53 crores, you can say there is a 20 crores write-off. And what happens is that there is a seasonality. A lot of businesses in Q1 are smaller than what it will be in Q4. So even if the carry profit comes down in the quarters to follow, which will definitely be not there, other businesses will scale up. That's what is the expectation.
Raamdeo, you're the ace stock picker and your stock itself is making fresh highs right now. At 501, which is a fresh high for your stock, do you think all the positives are in the price for Motilal Oswal, the stock? Or do you think the story in Motilal Oswal has just begun?
This is one stock which others have to figure out. I just can't figure out. I mean, it's fun to see from the other side. And in fact, I'm learning a lot. In last 3-4 months, 5 months, I've been knowing these numbers. This is how it is going to shape up. But I was just waiting when the market takes the, what do you call that, the energy of this thing. And our finance department has been very tight-lipped. And that's why, till yesterday, even when we were sitting on the board, the market had no clue of the number. So, market. I mean, what I'm learning is that it's a very different thing to be in the company and seeing it from outside. I mean, we keep passing judgment on a lot of companies, large companies, and still, I think the real life is very different.
But would you say that the best is yet to come for Motilal Oswal, and therefore the reflection of the stock price at 501 is just the beginning of the story? I
mean, definitely not a beginning of the story. I mean, there is a lot to come beyond doubt. All the 4 businesses have a lot of potential. The oldest business, which is 25 years old, that itself has huge potential. The other 3 businesses are seeded now. So it's one of the strategy shift we did 2 years back, where we said that we will use every penny of the equity for equity, and that's what is bearing it. Now, HFC is just about 25 months old. I mean, and it's a ocean of opportunity. Like, it's a huge opportunity. Same way, I mean, AMC. I mean, we don't want to build businesses which are going to be very small and which is not growth oriented and which doesn't have good ROE and cash flow. So QGLP, we talk about in investing, we use every single parameter of QGLP to build our own company. Now it's a lot of luck, a lot of leadership team. I mean, our leadership must be complimented because I'm there only to guide in board meetings and all, but it's all done by our staff, our colleagues, senior management, all the employees put together. So I think a lot of things are dependent on what kind of opportunities you meet up with, what kind of opportunities break up, what kind of investors get into your company in the particularly asset management side. Now the opportunity is global. What kind of institutional money which can flow in suddenly. So we have to keep waiting. But I think I would definitely say that best is ahead. best is at least in a store going forward if you can actually capture.
So multi-bagger in the making, huh? Is that Motilal Oswal the stock?
I mean, you can use your whatever words you want to use. It's a 6,000-7,000 crores kind of company, so it's not that small a company. For serious multi-bagging, I mean, for something to become 100x, which I love. That's the word I use. I love 100x. For 100x to be this thing, you need to start little smaller. I mean, only future will tell what happens, but I mean, it is all dependent on the how the events shape up.
Let's make use of the management then and talk a little bit about what the outlook is for the markets. You said best times ahead for the company. Do you share that view when it comes to the equity markets for the long haul?
Yes, I mean, this is what has been the view for last 30 years. And in fact, if you ask me today, I feel as bullish. I mean, 100% bullish on the market. I have said this is a great time to go out and, I mean, you remember you interviewed me I was in Moscow last fortnight, 15-20 days back. And there we said it's a nice and bright sunshine. Let's go for shopping when markets were down 1,000 points. So the equity view don't change. And monsoon is perfect now. That's one big thing which is underway right now. Except for Gujarat and Northeast, almost everywhere it is normal or excess. I think we are undermining after 3 years of drought what it can do in next 12 months to the Indian economy. So things will build up. I mean, consumers will come out, rural consumers will come out, they'll buy their goodies. And on top of it, the GST is literally knocking the door. It has not happened, but this was the biggest reform. It may have some teething trouble, but I think in 5 years' time, like what has happened to the telecom now, could happen to the indirect taxes. It will not only increase the efficiency of tax collection and ease of doing business, but also it will increase the tax collection to GDP, which has been the crying need for India. I mean, at 10-11% to GDP, I think we just don't collect taxes. And without that, we cannot do development. So I think once this GST is in place, in the next 2-3 years, I'm sure the tax to GDP ratio will grow, and that will give enough funding for the infrastructure spend.
Raamdeo, you've always been of the belief that whenever it's gloomy, it's time to go out and buy. Some of your,
Yes.
stocks like a Nestle or for that matter Pidilite are already at life highs. Does it worry you that maybe these stories are now giving you indications of profit booking, or do you think these are stories where you will continue to be a believer and continue to hold on?
You have to, I mean, the new highs or scaling up to the old levels, that only confirms our thought process are right. But if Indian economy has to go from $2 trillion to $4 trillion in next 7 years, most likely in 5-6 years, 7 years, I mean, the amount of discretionary spend which is going to happen, for that new discretionary products are not going to come. It is going to be the same Maruti Suzuki for the cars. It is going to be the same chocolates or the same, a lot of consumer products and services. So I think the companies, particularly who have dominant position in their respective field, and it is admired by their underlying consumers, I think those are companies which will scale up and make a lot more money, and they'll be surprised by what could be there in a store as the economy opens up in the years to come.
Are you a little worried though, Raamdeo, about the quality of earnings that one has seen? IT has disappointed this quarter. PSU banks or other private banks, I beg your pardon, hasn't been anything impressive. And FMCG as well, with ITC as well as Unilever, haven't had the best of volume, so to speak. So that earnings surprise is still pretty much lacking. How long before we actually see earnings materialize on ground and see something qualitative coming in there?
So earnings is, we are very keenly watching this particular quarter. I think Infosys was a kind of a rude shock, somewhat. In fact, company had tried to guide for this quarter of some kind of happening in the billing and all, but I don't think the markets took it seriously. And on the day of result, there was a kind of shock. But apart from that, most of the other results are broadly in line. not much to look at in the sense that there's not major positive surprise out there. Some of the NBFCs, like we saw the microfinance company yesterday, they had a fabulous result. Now Motilal Oswal has a great result. So I think we'll start seeing some growth impetus coming out in this quarter. It's too early right now, but as the time passes, in next 2-3 weeks, we'll have better handle on the total corporate earnings. But my sense is that it should be better than the Q4.
Okay, Raamdeo, congratulations on the stellar set of numbers. Looking forward to interacting with you more, not just on your results, but on the markets as well.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Okay, and with that, we wrap it up right here on the show. Motilal Oswal is fairly buoyant. Markets have come up 85.14, but we'll carry forward all the market action, get you top technical ideas as well. Riding the bull is up next.